All right, my first plant I'm gonna get today for our terrarium, I looked it up ahead of time, put it in my field journal, is a geranium. And this is what it is. It's right here. And I'm gonna get one of these small ones over here. This looks like it's one big plant. I'm gonna try not to get the roots, not to disturb it too much. Here, see if I can get it. Well, it looks like it's a part of a bigger root system. Hopefully by cutting it off, we can still get it to grow a little bit. We'll take some of its dirt right there, and we'll just set it in there, and we'll see what happens when we put it inside our container. Okay, so right now this plant here is on the edge of this flower bed that's going around my house. This was planted by the people here before me and my family, and so I looked it up, and it's considered what it's called as a cemetery plant. So I kind of took the shovel, went around it a little bit. Once again, gonna try to get a little bit of the soil with it, and I'm gonna put it right in here. Okay, now let's find another plant. So here's my next one. It's considered an apple mint. Try to get a little bit of this out. We'll see how it all works out once we get into the house. But a little bit of this apple mint. Take both of these. We're gonna take a lot of plants. We're gonna take a lot of plants today, and we'll decide which ones we're gonna use in the terrarium once we get in there. But I'm just kind of picking out a few, and we'll see how it goes. So this one is a red maple. We're gonna try to get it out. It's fairly young. It's got a pretty good root system already, though. We're gonna we'll see how this one goes in there, but it's a tree, so it should stand up above everything else. All right, my next one is what they call a succulent, but is a house leek. And so I'm gonna try just to get a couple right here. We'll see how it works out for us. Really rather have the smaller one, but I don't know their root system or anything like that. Now, hopefully we'll get some of the things in there, like the ants and the different bugs that we'll try to classify later as something. Little worm, other things that are in this material. All right, and then the last thing I think I'm gonna try to get is, I've got a little bit of a tuft of grass right here. You can tell we haven't weeded yet this year. But I've got this little bitty piece of grass that's in here, and I think that this common grass is what I'm gonna go for. See if I can get a piece of it. Some of this dead material wouldn't be bad either, so we're just gonna take a little bit of it, and then some of the bugs will eat the dead material. All right, guys, I'm out now for the last step of the terrarium. Is I'm gonna try to get some insects to put in there that may be interesting to us. So I have a centipede underneath here. I'm gonna try to get that centipede if I can. Centipedes, they like to bite, so you don't want to mess with them too much. Now I'll try to get one of these millipedes if I can. There's a millipede right here. You can see it. Put it in there. There's another millipede. So we'll get that millipede if I can. Now that it rolled up on me. Now, a lot of these things are going to be more like act as those decomposers. I'll get this worm here. Bugs. I want to get a couple of those. Up. Friend there, I saw some down here. And we definitely can tell those, and I hope they'll be moving around a little bit more than some of the other bugs that we get. So I got this little container. It's got a worm in there, at least a couple worms, a centipede, some millipedes, some pill bugs, and some snails and some decomposing matter. So we'll take this in and add it to our terrarium.